So no slides. I don't do slides well. In fact, I'm not allowed to do slides at the company. They've seen some of mine, so I'm not going to torture you with anything. I got a little nervous with several of the talks leading up to it because it seemed like probably James planned this, but we know James, so we know he actually just happened by accident, that everything kind of led in the same direction. And one of the things that we deal with is analytics at SAP, and then of course, how do you deal with so much data and how do you display this data? And we've heard about UX and we've heard about IoT and all this things sending data to the system and everything like that. So it got to the point where we were like, okay, well, how can we actually work with this data a bit differently? When we start to think about how people are interacting, everybody's on their phone, everybody's hitting the little screens and everything like this, but then at SAP, we created something called the digital boardroom. And the digital boardroom is this way for our CEO and our management board to actually dissect the company data. And you know these guys are not going to sit there and type on a laptop and try to find the answer to a question. They're going to ask somebody, and there's going to be somebody in the back of the room doing this. So all of a sudden, several of us got really interested in the Amazon Echo. We saw a picture of it. This is the real thing. And we thought, well, why couldn't we ask the Echo questions about our data? So we very quickly threw together a quick little demo. This is one of probably now 100 Echo demos that we have at the company. So I'm just going to show you this one really quick. Just to show you that the Echo is a real thing and it's actually working, we're just going to ask Alexa, what's the weather in London? Alexa. What's the weather in London?
Currently, in London, United Kingdom, it's 12 degrees with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 12 and a low of 6.
So apparently we're still in the fantasy world as well, because I think she said sun, and I don't think I've ever seen sun in the United Kingdom. But yeah, I'm not over here that often, so I could be wrong.
How can you possibly take that as an insult?
Come on. There's no sun there either, though. So, but it's just connected. I've actually got her connected to my phone hotspot, so there's a little bit of a latency. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but we're just kick it off here. Alexa, ask IoT status.
Status summary. There are currently 55 active sensors and 1 temperature alerts.
And of course, my browser here is disconnected. That's what happens when you wait too long.
Getting temperature history.
Come on. There we go.
Are you still there?
Let's try this again. Get status.
Getting temperature history.
If you were still in here during the break,
Are you still there?
You noticed that this was working. You see? So normally you would work with this interface here with just voice, but we decided we wanted to be able to show people something as well. So what we're doing is we've got WebSockets in the back end that are actually connecting the Echo services to our service endpoint, and we're actually trying to display the data on a graph so people can actually see it, visualize it, and be able to zoom in on data that they want. All I have to do is actually get that WebSocket connection to work again and be able to show it here. Alexa, ask IoT status.
Status summary. There are currently 55 active sensors and 1 temperature alerts.
What's the highest temperature?
The highest temperature in this time frame is 91.12.
And what's the lowest temperature?
60.52.
Zoom to the US.
Zooming to the US.
What, we're not the whole world? I mean, come on.
Are you still there?
Zoom to Germany.
Zooming to Germany.
Show the history of alert number 1.
Getting temperature history.
Goodbye.
See you later.
So with just simple voice commands and a graphical interface that apparently needs a lot of work, we can actually just zoom into data, we can dissect the data, we can go into that data. And it's just a matter of how you process the speech of the people, the cadence of that speech. So if you've ever tried to work with voice input, it's always not going to be the smoothest experience, but it is getting a lot better over the years. So the biggest challenges that we have with this is how is somebody going to ask that question? You would think it's very simple. How do you ask who somebody is? But there's like 5 or 6 ways to ask who a person is. So it's a matter of understanding and relating and working with all of these terms. The Echo developers at Amazon have been really easygoing and easy and really approachable that we've been able to communicate with them and understand how the utterances and all these things work. So we're attempting to take a look at how we can use voice as an input when we're dealing with thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of records inside of a company. So from an ERP perspective, when you're dealing with logistics, there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of moving parts. If you're dealing with things that need to be cold storage and you have to zoom in, you have to figure out what these things are. Sometimes using a keyboard or a mouse is just not going to be quick enough or efficient enough. And so we're just experimenting around with this stuff. I've just learned some of our competitors are doing the same thing. So it's a really just a new area that is really exciting, and we're having a lot of fun with it. And in terms of fun, I also decided that I couldn't actually stand up here and talk unless I talked about beer at some point as well. So can you turn that on? So there we go. Need to go ahead and make sure we're getting the current values. All right, so Alexa, ask ThingMonk.
Cool, are we at ThingMonk? Let me know where we are and how many are here, please.
We are in the United Kingdom.
Oh, it will be fun in United Kingdom.
There are 120 people here.
Oh my, 120. I better show my best side.
What do you think?
Did you know that in United Kingdom the average per capita consumption of beer is 68.5 liters?
There are 120 people here.
Oh, it will be fun in 100 and.
So as you can see, voice input is not the most precise. We are here in the United Kingdom.
Let me know where we are and how many are here, please. Are we having fun?
Not really. We are here in the United Kingdom.
Oh, it will be fun in United Kingdom.
There are 100 people here.
Oh my, 100. I better show my best side.
Tell me your guess.
I estimate 39.68 pints of beer will be sucked down per day here. However, due to rather high humidity, quite possible it will be even more.
Exit. So again, voice cadences are difficult, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it. Working with it without the visual aspect actually goes a lot smoother. But it's a new area, and I think as Amazon hopefully eventually rolls this out to the whole world, looking at Amazon up there, that it'll become even more. Right now it's only available in the US, unless you know somebody from Amazon. James. But it's a cool device. It's very easy to program against. Works basically with just REST services, and literally this thing took me probably about 45 minutes to put together and throw up online. The hardest thing was figuring out what the per capita consumption of beer was for 50 or so countries. But this is a new trend inside of at least inside of the enterprise, where we're trying to find different ways to interact and engage the end user and the data that's being collected by all these IoT devices. So that's it. Thank you.